Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? This is Elise Payne from Odyssey Family Counseling Center. I'm the school-based program coordinator.
And I am Tedra Perkins, the Child and Adolescent Coordinator at Odyssey Family Counseling Center.
How's everyone doing today? Please join us in the comment section below. We're going to be monitoring your comments and how you're interacting with us, so we welcome your participation. I just wanted to introduce us again to the Southfold Mental Health Collaborative community. The Southfold Mental Health Collaborative is a group that works to connect parents, students, and the greater community, so teachers, community businesses, other community leaders and agencies together to decrease stigma and shame around mental health concerns and also to promote wellness. So we are here today as our Wellness Wednesday. This is our second Wellness Wednesday. So welcome back to those of you who were here last time, and welcome to anybody who's new joining us for the first time today. Today we're going to be discussing resetting routines. Last week we discussed community and social isolation. That video is still up if you're interested in looking at that conversation. And next week we're going to discuss resources for universal remote learning here in Fulton County Schools. So we look forward to having you join us. We also have a survey that we've posted. I'll post it again in the comments that we would like your feedback. We're going to be doing these Wellness Wednesday events through September 2nd. And so we have a couple of weeks that we would like to know what you want to hear. We've had a few responses already, so we welcome anybody else to continue to let us know what you think. We're going to have guest speakers come in and talk with us as well. So welcome, and I hope you are enjoying, maybe you're having your lunch right now or still sipping on some coffee from earlier this morning, but welcome.
All right, so we are going to jump right into it on resetting routines. So we know that the school year is vastly approaching, and you all now have to have the task of setting routines or resetting routines. And so, but now they're in your home. And so we are going to talk about how to set a routine to have it to where it could be stress-free for parents as well as students, also as teachers. And so the first thing on the list is to follow a good schedule. Schools have set a schedule that has been very helpful for parents and teachers and students for virtual learning, but also having good self-care and a sleep schedule can help maintaining healthy routines. Add in time to eat breakfast, to eat lunch, and to have a snack. Oftentimes, we're just so much on the go and we're thinking about the tasks that we have to do for the day that we forget, oh, we need to still provide this nourishment for ourselves because our brain runs off of fuel from eating healthy and having a balanced diet. So make sure that you have a healthy and balanced meal at each point of the day so that you can maintain that energy to continue throughout your tasks for the day. Plan out your tasks. Make a schedule for completing tasks. If you know that homework is due at a certain day, on a certain day, science is due on a different day, or you have to do all of your homework or projects, set time out to say, okay, which project is due first? So let me make sure that I start with that task and then I can complete the next task. Schedule a time to study. We're running, and now when you're in your homes, it's easy to forget, like, okay, I need to set another time to study. Set a time for that. It helps you to really get into a good flow of that schedule. Also, set up a designated space. You don't want to do your homework in your same space that you relax.
No, definitely not.
Yes, like they're mixed together. Now it's just like, okay, if this is my relaxation place, doing homework, your body knows like your different places that you're in. Just think about like when you lay down to go to sleep at night, your body knows we're in our bed, so it's time to go to sleep. So if I'm doing homework or doing my classwork in my bed, then your body automatically remembers, because that's that muscle memory. Your body automatically remembers it's time to go to sleep. Maybe we should be taking a nap, or maybe we're off today. So you will end up falling asleep. You won't be as attentive. So set up a place, find an area in your home that you are saying, this is my designated spot for homework, for schoolwork, my designated spot for studying, and just take it away from all the distractions. Don't have it to where it's like you're by a TV or other screens. Just have it a quiet, a designated space to just be able to focus and do your virtual work. Also, take breaks. Yes, you have a schedule that it's like you have to be in certain classes at certain times, but also there's moments where it's like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or even 15 minutes. Take a break, get up, get a good stretch, and just walk around, take a snack, get your body up and moving, because if you're sitting down all day, then your body also becomes tired. Your body also says, whew, we've been doing this for a long time and I'm tired now. I can't focus because I'm aching. Or, well, students, you may not be aching like Elisa not, but but still, you're just, your body's now just been in this position all day. Get up and move. Even if you have to do little movements. At my desk, I sit. I wish you could see like under my desk, but like at my desk, I even sit and I move my legs out just like this. And then sometimes I move them up just so I can just stretch out a little bit when I'm in sessions all day, or I'm doing other tasks where I have other Zoom meetings just like this. I move around just so I could keep moving and I get the blood flowing and circulation going. So move around. Make sure you eat snacks. Snacks are great, but again, balanced snacks. Because oftentimes we're at home, we say, oh, well, I can eat the chips that are over there, or I can eat cookies. And so I just made a batch of cookies. My first thought is, oh, I could eat cookies, but you could also eat the grapes, Tedra. So eat healthy, balanced snacks. Get your body moving, stretch, okay? And I'm gonna let Elise head with the next two topics just to really help us to keep with our routines. Go ahead, Elise.
Yeah, that's so important to be moving around. So the other really important thing to remember is we're all doing this together. There's a lot of people are in the same boat, struggling in the same way to figure out how to keep these routines going, how to be engaged. So it's really important that if you are struggling with something or you need some assistance, that you ask for help. It can be really hard to ask for help from not only people in your family, but other people around you, you know, who could be supportive of you. Ask your parents or your teachers or other people for support when you need it. That can be as simple as a text message, a phone call, a quick message through email, or if you're like an instant messaging platform, because like on Zoom or Microsoft Teams, you can chat in there. And so sometimes you might just need to say like, I need some help. I cannot focus, or I'm struggling to understand what's going on. Or for instance, how many times have I had to ask about, I don't know how to set up this conference call. I don't know what to do. It's really important for us to ask for help when we need it. Everybody needs to ask for help at some time. So, you know, one day you might be the person who needs to ask for help, and one day you might be the person who can give help. So just remember to always know that you have support around you. Last week, we talked about that social isolation piece. We're all struggling. You know, we don't want to spread COVID-19 to other people. We want to follow our health and safety guidelines. So we're all doing, you know, trying to be, you know, isolated from others to keep people safe. But remember, we're all doing that together. So you're not alone in that experience. Don't be afraid to speak up. Someone else might also be struggling with the same thing. So if you're in class or in a Zoom meeting or some other kind of function where you have a question and something's not making sense to you, odds are somebody else in that setting is thinking the same thing or something similar. You know, it might not be the exact same thing, but it might help them have the courage to also ask for help. Sometimes we just have to be the one who has the courage first, who says the thing first to engage. And every time you do it, even if you don't do it perfectly, you're learning and building the skill of how do I ask for help when I need it. So please reach out to the people who are in your community who can help you. Another really important thing, and this is obviously my favorite one, I'm a therapist, and Tedra and I both do play therapy with our children who we work with. So the most important thing we believe in routines, besides just having a routine, is to set aside time for fun in that routine. A routine is important. A schedule is important to keep us moving through the day. Structure helps us stay focused and tells our brain and body that, okay, here's our task for now, and then we'll move to the next task. That's very important for us. So in the same way that you schedule, I need to have lunch, I need to have my balanced meal. Maybe I'll add a cookie today because I made some yummy cookies. It's also important to schedule fun. So that can be sending funny TikToks to people, sending funny pictures, doing a FaceTime phone call, watching a funny video on YouTube, watching something on Netflix, Amazon, anything like that, that makes you laugh. That is something that you can enjoy doing. Play a game with people. You can do that online. You can do that in person, who is in your family or in your household that you can play with. Sometimes it's as simple as relaxing and getting outside of your environment. So if you're in the house all day working on schoolwork or work, if you can step outside, outside in your apartment complex community or in your neighborhood, wherever you can do that, taking a walk, you'll always find something interesting. It's never a time that I go outside that I'm like, oh, this is just boring. There's always something going on, whether it's the neighbor down the road that is always has a weird outfit on as he's walking around watering the garden, or is it somebody who's having a loud phone conversation on their balcony as you walk by and you're going, I didn't need to know that, but it gives you kind of a chuckle to yourself, right? So get out and have some time for fun, something that's not focused on just work and school. So these are our kind of tips, following a good schedule, setting that designated space like Tedra talked about, taking breaks, asking for help, and setting aside time for fun. These are really important things that can help reset your routine. We started in March with this pandemic of working from home and school. And so as we've moved forward through this time, March was, 5 months ago, and I don't think any of us expected to be here in August. So now as we look forward to school starting in Fulton County on the 17th, we've got to kind of reset our routines. You've learned what things don't really work for you at this time. So let's put those to the side and try something new. Have a lot of grace for yourself. Know that everybody is doing it and we're all trying something different. There's no one way to have a routine. There's no one way to have a good schedule, and you can always change it. Don't hold on too tight to it. If it's not working for you, let's shift it and try something new. Also, I want to remind everybody, we're a partnership with Fulton County Schools and the South Fulton Parents for Education group. You guys have a lot of resources in those groups and in that community. Reach out to your school counselor, school social worker. If there's a concern that you guys have where you might need some additional support, Odyssey Family Counseling Center is available and partners with many schools in the area. And we provide individual, family, and group counseling at our schools. We are doing it all virtually to keep everyone safe. And we welcome you to give us a call. Let's see if we can support you, and we can always help you with helping set that routine. So we have many families that we work with who we're focusing on that right now as we head into school. Let's be prepared. So please remember that we're a part of your team too. So I'm going to go check our comments and see if we've got any questions or anything going on here. Let me pull it up.
And real quickly, also parents, please reach out to your schools. We have schools, we are offering parenting workshops and groups for all the schools in South Fulton County that we provide services to. So please reach out to your schools and ask about starting up a parenting support group for your school that could help you, and that we could give even more tips about how to reset routines, about any stress and anxiety, or other topics that you all may find of interest.
Yeah, that's we are setting up our programming for this year. We have a lot of plans, but of course, the parents and the students and the families are our most important focus. We want to make sure that we are supporting you guys, what you need. So I'm going to include that survey link for you guys in the comments. We've got a couple people commenting. It looks like we're trying to tag our friends and make sure that they're checking things out. Welcome, guys. If you're watching
this, please continue to share.
Yes, and if you're watching this and later at another time in your day, we welcome you and invite you to continue to share this. And you can post comments after the fact and we'll respond to you and get back to you. So it looks like most of the comments are just shares and people saying good afternoon and tagging people. So thank you guys for doing that. We're trying to reach people so that they know that we're here and that we can be supportive during this time. Tedra, what do you think about, what do you think is the most important part about having that routine set, as we head into the new school year?
I think the most important part about having a routine set is that it gets you ready for the day. It helps you to go into the day to where you're prepared. Because if you don't have a routine set, if you don't have a schedule for the day, then you kind of just wake up and you're like, well, what am I doing today? Where do I need to go? What's going on? You don't really seem as focused. But when you have a routine and you know, okay, this is my designated spot for my work, this is my schedule, these are the tasks that I need to complete today, you go into the day feeling more focused and you're actually able to be much more productive when you have that routine versus not having it. Then you leave, the day's over and you're like, well what did I do today?
Yes.
I don't understand. The day, I mean, it started at 9 and now it's 9 again. I don't know what happened.
That happened. How many of you guys have had that happen? I see some people are watching
Here.
live. Yes. So how many of you guys, what do you think, guys, who are here with us right now, or who are watching later today? Let us know. What do you think is the most important part of a routine? To me, you're talking about the schedule and that it gives you something to feel productive and the day doesn't just fly past you. For me, a routine is a good place for me to get plugged in. If I don't have a routine, I don't feel as plugged in because I'm not, making sure that those certain things are happening. How many, I mean, I've been there where you go through the whole day and you forgot to even stand up or you haven't even gone to the bathroom. You realize like, I've been focused on my work, but I haven't really been plugged into what I'm doing. I think what you're saying too is about mindfulness, about being the place where your feet are, being the place in your routine, being really invested in that moment because you know that you've scheduled the things you need to get done during the day. And if you keep with that routine, you'll meet those objectives and those goals that you have for your day. It looks like, we have a friend here, Francesca. Hey, Francesca. She says, hello, everyone. Routines are great because they give you purpose. Yes. I think that's so true. And that's where you can be really intentional about what your purpose is. Like if your purpose is like for us today, our purpose is to be out with our Southfold mental health community, talk about resetting routines and our Wellness Wednesday. And if we didn't set up our schedule to make sure that we are setting aside time for this today, this wouldn't have happened. And it wouldn't be meeting our purpose, which is to collaborate with families and students and parents about mental health topics and promoting wellness and decreasing that stigma and shame that's very common around mental health concerns. So thank you so much, Francesca. That was
a great comment. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. All right. We're still tagging some people. Awesome. It looks like we've got a lot of people watching. So we really recommend, drop us a comment. Let us know what you think. We believe so strongly in this community and in this community's ability. You guys have answers out there. So let's share them and work together to do it. It's not just the teachers or the school administration or the counselors or these larger groups that have all the answers. It's every individual has truth. And so whatever you choose to share, we would really welcome it because I think we can all learn from it. Again, you don't know who else in the comments or who's watching has the same question or the same thought, and it'll help them feel a little more connected and a little less alone during this isolating time.
And know that your voice matters. It truly does. When you let us know what is helpful and you also give us ideas, some things we don't even think about. And if we can just add it to our toolkits, that's basically what we're trying to implement is we're implementing skills and techniques to add to our toolkits. We all come with a set of tools. We have some tools in our toolkit, and we have other people that are like, okay, let me drop another tool in your toolkit. Let me add another one. In matter of fact, it looks like I have 2 of those. I can give you a tool for your toolkit. And so your voice is meaningful, and we definitely want to hear. So definitely, please continue to flood, continue to give us comments, because that's helpful for us and all other parents and individuals that are in the South Fulton community. Anything,
Yes.
please?
I just want to make sure everyone knows I just shared that survey link. Again, your voice matters. We next week we're going to talk about universal remote learning, and then we have 2 weeks where you get to decide the topics we talk about, and we're going to use these survey responses to make sure we get guest speakers who can talk about these things.
Yes.
We've got some people from Fulton County we're interested in having, and so please let us know what topics you'd like to talk about. So, because we want to address what you have concerns about or what you want to know more about. So I have the survey link in the comments. It'll take you 2 minutes. It's very short and easy. So please share that also with other people. If you're a parent or a teacher or somebody who works in the mental health industry or anybody else in our South Fulton community, we welcome your feedback. Let us know so that we can address it. We've already had some people reach out and say that they're interested in being a part of our collaborative. Please, we want you to be a part of it, and we have opportunities for us to do that. Oh, we have a couple different people commenting here. It said, Dawn says, can't wait for some structure around here. Right now we are in one big snack attack.
Yes.
It's so true. And Kanika says, hi, I'm a psychologist in South Fulton. I agree about the routines professionally, but as a stressed mom, I'm not doing so well at maintaining them. It is happens. Really difficult.
It definitely happens. And like Elise was mentioning, they can change. Right now, it may seem like, okay, I think that setting the routine that we get up at 7 and this is how we're structuring our day works. And it's different for everyone. And as many of you all know, it's different for every child as well. Okay, we can get them up at 7. We know, okay, you can get up at 7. You're ready to start your day and we're good. Another child, it may be, no, we have to get you up at either 6:45 or 7:30 and then to start your day. And so it's different, and change them up. And so, because sometimes even when you're in a set routine, it's like, okay, there's a part of this routine that is not working for us. So make it work for you, because the routine that I have for myself may be different than the routine that Elise has. And so we have to figure out what works for us, what fits in our lifestyle to where we feel like we have the best purpose and we're the most structured for the day. So find what works for you, get ideas from others, but then try different things that you're saying, okay, I think this can work for me. Even if you have to figure out something different every day, you're going to get it. It will happen.
Yes, it's so true. I was just responding back to her. I said, for Dawn, I said, so true. Enjoy your snacks and set aside time in your routine where you can have fun and a treat. You don't have to be carrot sticks and cucumbers and ranch dip only. You can have a treat in your routine. That's totally great. And
hence the fact that I made my cookies.
Yes, it's okay to enjoy those things. And if we shame ourselves and get upset with ourselves about it, that's not going to help us either. So focus on like, we're enjoying some big old snack attacks right now. And then as we move forward, we're going to set aside some special snacks. And then, but the rest of our day, we're going to work towards our purpose, like Francesca said before.
And it's all about moderation.
Yeah, for Kanika, about being a stressed mom. Professionally, it is much easier because you can focus on it's just your role, right? Professionally. But when you've got little ones running around, or you might have larger children who are little ones, that you've got to manage their schedules, that's infinitely more difficult. So it's difficult to manage just a one person's professional schedule, but then to talk about as a mom. So you are doing the best that you can with what you've got. You know what, is maybe the best practice or the way that you would ideally like to handle something, but how you handle it with energy and love and recognizing that you are stressed. It's so important for us to acknowledge to other people, especially our kids, that we're feeling stressed, saying, I am stressed right now. I need some quiet time in our day today. Or I need for us to do something fun to release some of this stress. It's
A brain break.
Exactly, just as important as any other part of your routine. And get together with some other moms who I'm sure are stressed and have other things going on for them, and lean on them too, for support. I know that I have friends who have had mommy days in their neighborhood where they all sit out, and it's like for 30 minutes in the evening on a Wednesday afternoon or evening to just sit 6 feet apart, but be able to say, like, you will not believe what happened today or what I had to manage today. And that has gotten them through this quarantine time and the social isolation, just so that they can hear other moms who have the same kind of concerns, and they can laugh and say, well, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. I could just focus on what I've got going on.
And you're dealing with different personalities as well. When in your professional life, you're just dealing with your personality, everything about yourself. But if you have multiple children, then you're dealing with their personalities, and all of them are different. And so trying to say, okay, I have to manage your schedules, and then I have to manage your personality. And that goes back to what I was mentioning just about, hey, one child may have to get up at 7. The other child is like, okay, you can get up at 7:30 because I know that you're a little faster. I hear all the time where they're like, just have this one child and they're just so slow. It takes them all day to get ready. And no matter what time I get them up, they're just like, la, 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 just taking their time. And so now okay, for that child, I'm going to get them up 30 minutes in advance. So at least by the time they just get their day together, we're all still on time, versus everyone up at one time. And then we're just still waiting, like, hurry up.
Yes.
I just wish you would do it.
So one thing that I just saw from a comment from Dawn, who is our snack attack friend, she said, oh yes, we are making cookies today. And little one is going to learn a little about measurements, trying to get a handle on it. They aren't even hungry. They're aimless. That's so funny. When we're kind of all over the place, it's very easy to go to the cabinet or to say, I want another snack. Can I have a snack? Can I have this? It's so easy, but it sounds like you're working hard to make it something that's a learning activity for them, working towards that purpose. It doesn't look like a worksheet or a sit down lecture or something, but saying like, all right, we love cookies. We're going to enjoy them as a family. So let's talk about measurements. Let's talk about oven safety. You can make anything a learning moment, and that is just as important as any other type of learning that a child does. So I love that idea, Dawn, that you're, getting them involved in it and teaching them about the measurements. That is where they can have fun. And those are a lot of great memories. This is the time that the kids that we are working with and that we have in our families, they're going to remember this forever. This is not something that's going to go, just get forgotten. So the time that you have with them is so important. When you do have the opportunity and you have the energy and the ability to like make cookies with them and do that, then let's do it. There are other times where when you're stressed out, you just need them to hold on to their tablet, have something to drink, and you can go into the other room and call your friend and say, I am so stressed and overwhelmed. That's okay too. Not every moment has to be Instagram worthy or this like perfect little idealized picture. We're all doing the best we can. So kudos to Dawn for trying to take this moment and do some teaching stuff and having fun. And also if later you need to take a break, I hope you take it too.
And now you have to post a picture of your cookies. You have to post it so we can see this learning experiment that you're having.
Yes, please. And if you want to share your recipe, I would love it.
Yes.
Oh, it looks like one of our friends said, I'm just going to read this one because this is about me. I just love Miss Elise. Her techniques have helped our family dearly. So that's a family that I've worked with. And so it's exciting to see you. Welcome. We're glad that you're here.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, and Natasha, you share your techniques that have worked for you guys. I know not everything always works with everybody, but you try share some techniques with our families here, because that's so important. That it comes from not just people who, you know, work in this. I mean, I am in the community, but a professional in this setting, right? But hearing from other family members who have, you know, have worked through some of these things and have found some techniques that work, share that. That's so important, because hearing it from your, you know, I hear it from my colleague, it resonates differently than if, you know, my doctor tells me something. It's gonna resonate differently because I feel like they're in my team and they're a part of what I do. So we're so glad that you, oh, Dawn says that she will share pictures, and I hope when she says will do, I hope that means also the recipe, because I'm excited for a new recipe. Yes. Well, I'm looking at our time. It is 12:31. So we are done for today. We've done our 30 minutes of our quick wellness Wednesday. We wish you guys all the best. Tedra, what do you want to leave our families and our community with before we head out?
Before we leave, just remember, as Elise spoke before, just give yourself grace. Say, as long as you have the great intention of saying, hey, this is how I would like my routine to be set. This is how I would like to structure our day. You're already off to a good start. If it doesn't work out, go back to the drawing board. It's okay. We're all doing this. We're all changing things around, trying to see how it could best fit, because it's something new for a lot of us. And we're all saying, okay, all right, we're changing things up. Give yourself grace. It is okay. And you have a great day. And we will definitely, please, please, please come back next week. Continue to share the video. Continue. If you didn't see last week's video, go back and look at last week's video. And please let us know, what would you all like to hear? What's a topic that you think is very important for you? And please fill out the survey. Write things in the comments, and we look forward to being here again next Wednesday at 12 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we will see you next week.
All right, bye.